You're creating content, but you still only attract the wrong people and your dream clients aren't buying. Putting out more content will not solve that problem, because if your message isn't landing, then no matter what you do, your dream clients will not relate. Here's the thing, you don't need more content, you need a messaging ecosystem. When you understand the difference between copy and content, when you understand how to speak to the different levels of awareness in your market, that's when your dream clients feel drawn to you. That's when they feel like you're the obvious choice. Hi, I'm Jasmine. I've been in marketing for over 12 years and I run a marketing agency helping service-based business owners turn strangers into clients using behavioral psychology, ads, and messaging that actually works. And today we're diving into one of the most underrated but crucial part of any business, the messaging ecosystem. We're going to break down how to craft compelling messaging that speaks to different buyer types at every stage of awareness and how to create a strategic blend of content and copy that attracts, nurtures, and converts your dream clients on repeat. If you've ever felt like your marketing is kind of working and it's kind of fine, but you're still not consistently bringing in perfect fit dream clients, then this video is for you. It's going to connect the dots and show you exactly how to fix the problem. By the end of this video, you will understand the key differences between content and copy and why you need both to grow. You will learn about the 4 different awareness stages and how they affect buyer behavior, and you will know exactly what types of content to create at each stage of the customer journey and how to build a messaging ecosystem that works together like a well-oiled machine to attract, nurture, and convert dream clients on repeat. So stick around if you want to tighten up your messaging and boost your sales. All right, first things first, let's clear up a major misconception. Most business owners confuse copy and content and use those terms interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. In fact, they serve completely different purposes in your marketing. Content is about education. It's what builds relationships with your dream clients by providing value and reinforcing trust and authority. Copy, on the other hand, is all about conversion. It's strategically written to move your dream clients towards a very specific decision to click, book, or buy. This doesn't mean that copy can never educate or that content can never convert. It's not black and white. Sometimes a piece of content does drive a sale and sometimes really good copy does educate. But the core difference is that content is not written to get someone to take immediate action. But copy is always conversion and action focused. Its job is to guide your dream clients towards a very specific action and to get them to take action now, not tomorrow or next week. So content and copy work together like ingredients in a recipe. Copy attracts and converts, it gets attention, it makes your dream clients interested in what you do, it builds desire for your offer, and it moves your dream clients to take action and get in touch with you. Content nurtures, it educates and it offers valuable insights and tips, and it gives your dream clients a sneak peek into the transformation that your work provides. It further reinforces that your unique mechanism is exactly what they need. And while both are important, copy lies at the heart of the messaging ecosystem because it's action focused and it's what really moves the needle. The system doesn't work without copy. It simply doesn't. If you don't have a funnel in place and you only focus on content alone, then you have no clear journey that you can take your dream clients through. That's like going on a drive without a destination. Sales copy, which is part of a sales funnel. So your ad copy, your opt-in page copy, your landing page copy, your video sales letter, which is basically a video training, and all your email sequences. That is what moves people into action. That is what gets you conversions. Here's an example of how this messaging ecosystem works in action. You run an ad and you promote a free, valuable content offer like an e-guide or report or checklist. Your dream client reads your ad, clicks on it, reads your opt-in page, and decides to opt in and give you their contact details in exchange for the e-guide. They then get distracted and they don't open your email, they never read the e-guide. A few days later, they see you pop up on their Instagram and they remember you from the ad. They click on your profile, they read some of your Instagram posts, they get hooked, so they follow you. Then they click on the link in your bio and they check out your sales page. They watch the free training on your sales page. They get interrupted again halfway through and they stop. And then a few days later, they see one of your emails pop up in their email inbox. They resume watching the free training, and at this point, they feel like they know you already. They like you and they like your copy and content. They resonate with it deeply and they feel like you're directly speaking to them. So they continue to binge your IG content, then they decide to Google you, and then they discover your YouTube channel and they binge your video content. they check out the link to your CTA in your videos, they get redirected to your sales page again, and this time they decide to book in a call with you because they feel that they're ready to speak with you. As you can see, the buyer journey is non-linear, and when you have the right messaging system in place that speaks to your dream clients at different touch points and different awareness stages, you will successfully build a relationship with them and eventually convert them. And as with anything, quality is king here, not quantity. You don't need to have hundreds of content pieces. If you have a few long form and short form pieces that are highly valuable and binge worthy on top of super precise sales copy and a great funnel, then your dream clients will be hooked on you and you will get more conversions and sales. So focus on the 20% of efforts that get you 80% of the results. So how do you structure this messaging ecosystem that works together to attract, nurture, educate, and convert your dream clients? Goes without saying, but don't just randomly come up with sales copy and content ideas or copy your competitors or let ChatGPT or some other AI tool do it all for you. Before you write anything, you need to understand the 4 different awareness segments of your market. This is called the market sophistication model, and it's how every single market is structured, no matter in which market you operate or what you sell. First of all, we have consciously unaware buyers. That is the largest segment, which makes up 60% of the market. These are the buyers that aren't fully aware of the problem just yet, however, they're starting to feel symptoms. So for example, they started noticing that they haven't been sleeping well for a few weeks, but they don't know yet that this is a problem that they need to solve. Then next we have problem-aware buyers. These make up 20% of the market. These are buyers that are aware of their problem, it's bothering them in their everyday lives, and they want to solve it as soon as possible. So for example, now that they've realized that their bad sleep is impacting them in the day-to-day, it's negatively impacting their work and their emotional and mental health and well-being and their energy, and they really want to solve it. Then there are solution-aware buyers. These make up 17% of the market. They are actively searching for a solution to their problem. They're getting more and more information by scouring the internet, Googling, and looking at different solutions. They're researching the reason that could cause them to not sleep well, and they're coming across different ways to improve their sleep. They come across your funnel and your content all about hormonal imbalance, and they feel that this is for them. They feel that that may be the root cause of their problem. And last but not least, we have product-aware buyers, which make up 3% of the market. They're aware of the solution and they're aware of your product and they're ready to buy right now. They've come across your hormone balancing program, they've consumed your content, they've read all your copy, and they're ready to invest in your service. If you tailor your messaging to speak to all these different segments, you'll be able to attract dream clients at an early awareness stage, build a relationship with them straight from the get-go, and move them closer to a buying decision over time. And then when they're ready, guess who they will buy from? You. Because you've been there all along, giving them valuable and actionable tips and insights. They will be less likely to shop around and go to your competitors because they already know, like, and trust you. That's why playing the long game is crucial to building a successful business. If you're too focused on the short term and on quick cash, you will only ever attract the wrong kind of clients. Most businesses, though, tailor their marketing to only speak to the 3% of the market that are ready to buy right now. They advertise discounts and free consultations only. They don't even think about the other 97% of the market, which is why they constantly get price objections and price shoppers looking for the best deal possible. It's because they're not focused on value, only on price. And you get out what you put in, right? So if your marketing is heavily value focused and you have the right messaging system in place, you are going to attract clients from all different awareness stages, and you're going to make sales now and further down the line because you're nurturing and building relationships with your audience. So your messaging ecosystem needs to be layered strategically and work in tandem to provide value, nurture, and convert your dream clients. It's like a network of strategic copy and content assets that work together to attract, educate, nurture, and convert across all stages of the buyer journey. Let's break down exactly what that looks like and how you can create a messaging ecosystem for your own business. So this system is divided into 3 main buckets: attract, nurture, and convert. So first of all, you need to attract your dream clients, right? They need to find you somehow. So this is where your traffic comes in, which is the most important piece of the puzzle. So either you will run ads or you will get leads organically by posting social media content. You're attracting buyers at all different awareness stages. Those that are unaware, those that are problem aware, and those that are solution aware. This is where you turn a cold audience, so people who don't know, like, and trust you yet, and who have never heard of you before, into warm leads. The only goal at this first touch point is to get attention, to get interest, nothing else. This is your attention stage, so you're not selling yet. That is very important to remember. You're simply starting a conversation. You're getting your dream clients to raise their hand and say, hey, yes, I'm interested in what you do. This is where your content should entertain and inform your dream client. So think entertaining reels, scroll-stopping carousels, relatable stories, and insight bombs, which are polarizing or controversial opinions or advice. Create content around the basics and explain your unique hero mechanism, so your unique method or framework, and explain what it is so that people who are completely unaware of this understand what it is all about. Since you're going to attract buyers from all different awareness stages, you need to create a lot of content that speaks to unaware and problem-aware buyers. So this type of content is called scenario content. So once you've done your market research, you can create different, very specific scenarios that your dream clients are experiencing, so it's easy for them to relate and to feel seen and heard and understood. And the key here is to be hyper specific. So don't just scratch the surface, right? Touch on the symptoms that your dream clients are experiencing and explain them so that they can have that aha moment. Dive into their struggles and their pains and help them connect the dots and get them to realize the root cause of the symptoms that they are experiencing. At this stage, the copy that is crucial is your ad copy and your opt-in page copy for a free value content offer, which people also refer to as a lead magnet. Your copy should speak to your dream clients' emotional drivers, build familiarity, spark recognition, and make them feel deeply seen. It's important to note that while your content and copy at this stage are both focusing on your dream client's current situation, on their pains and on the symptoms and their goals and their desired outcome, that again, they both have different functions. So if you run ads, the very first thing your dream client will see is your ad copy before they even click on your profile and check out your content, right? And if you get traffic organically, then someone will come across your post and then check out your funnel if you have an opt-in link in your bio. So like I said earlier, both your content and copy work in tandem, but they're not created equally. I made a whole other video about how to craft high converting sales funnel copy, so make sure to check that out next. I will link it in the description below. All right, the second bucket, nurture. So after you've attracted your dream client into your world, you need to build a real connection with them, right? This is just like dating. You don't immediately propose to someone after meeting them for the first time. You wine and dine them, you get to know them, you establish a relationship with them, right? This is where your messaging not only nurtures your current audience, but it also attracts dream clients that are problem aware and solution aware. At this stage of the customer journey, you need to show real depth. You're helping your dream client connect dots that they've never thought to connect before. You're filling the gap for them. You're offering valuable insights and actionable tips for free. You're showing your expertise, and at the same time, you help them already see micro changes in their lives by following your guidance. By doing this, you're not only building an emotional connection, but you're also establishing yourself as a trusted authority. The goal at this point is to build trust, to shift their beliefs, to create desire for your offer, and to help them experience positive micro changes. And even though this is the nurturing stage, it goes without saying that you should focus on giving value at each stage, from attracting all the way through to conversion, and then of course afterwards as well, once you've already won the client and you're fulfilling your service. If you run a value-first business and you optimize for trust and for connection, you will have a loyal customer base that will not only come back to you again and again, but also refer you, and your reputation will rise. This is where your content should be highly educational and where you go deeper on your personal story as well, where you share behind the scenes and insights, as well as deepen your specific scenario and situation-based content. So talk about how the work that you do applies to your dream client and their specific current situation, and how the work that you do is helpful in that specific area that they're struggling with. Create content explaining different concepts and even common unhelpful advice, and bust some myths, right? Show your audience that you are an expert in this field. Let your content reflect your experience and your skills, and give them a sneak peek into the transformation that your work offers. And your landing page copy, such as your video sales letter pages to book a call, your video scripts, and nurture email sequences, are where you focus on getting your dream client to take action and get in touch with you and book a call with you. And then the third bucket, convert. Now, your dream client is almost ready to buy. They've already received a tremendous amount of value for free from you. They've binged your content, they've been through your sales funnel, and they maybe even talked to you already or booked a call with you already. The focus here is to address any doubts or hesitations that they may have and help them to see if your offer is a perfect fit for them. And if it is, to guide them further along the journey until they buy. At this point, your dream client already likes and trusts you and is on the fence of buying. And there's only a few loose ends that need to be tied up for them to make them feel 100% confident in investing in your offer. The goal here is to handle potential doubts and objections and offer clarity around your services. At this stage, you want to focus mainly on emotionally resonant sales copy and content that goes in depth on the features and benefits of your offer. This is where your content should not only heavily focus on the benefits and features, but also pre-frame objections and doubts, show client results and case studies and testimonials, and answer frequently asked questions. Make sure to dive deep into the benefits of your work and your offers so that your audience can clearly understand how what you do can help them get to their goal. This is also where your unique hero mechanism comes in. So create very specific feature benefit posts about your offer, but also about your hero mechanism. So unique method, framework, blueprint, whatever, and tie it to a very specific scenario so your dream client can visualize how it can help them personally in their lives. The more specific you get, the better, as always. And your sales page copy and sales emails are what carry most of the freight at this stage. As you can see, when you have this messaging ecosystem in place, you're not only attracting dream clients at all different awareness stages, but you're also moving those that are unaware and problem aware further up the pyramid until they're ready to buy. It's a win-win strategy. When you build this messaging ecosystem, you're no longer walking in the dark, right? Without seeing a clear path ahead of you. You have a clear messaging strategy in place, and you know exactly how to write copy and content that attracts, nurtures, and converts your dream clients. You have an intentional mix of copy and content that meets different buyers at different points in their journey and guides them naturally from who is this person to I need to work with them. And remember, most people won't buy after seeing just one ad or one post from you. But if you take them through a great sales funnel and you have some valuable pieces of content in place that they can binge, then you stay on top of mind and they come back to get more. That's the result of a sticky messaging imprint that anchors into your dream client's mind. Messaging that converts isn't random, it's all by design. Now let's talk about what you can do next to start building your own messaging ecosystem. Here are 4 simple steps to get started. Step number 1, your dream client profile. Before you write anything, you need total clarity on who you want to serve. You need to know your dream client inside out and what they want at each different awareness stage. So you want to create 4 different dream client profiles, 1 for each awareness stage. For example, if you're a language coach and you work with parents to help them raise bilingual children, then it would be structured something like this. Lisa, the problem unaware parent, Charlotte, the problem aware parent, Olivia, the solution aware parent, and Tom, the product aware parent. Then you want to list their psychographics. This is the foundation where you can pull all your scenario and situation content and your sales copy from. I've actually created an in-depth market research and messaging GPT bot that helps me create different client profiles based on the different awareness stages. And I might sell it in the near future, but for now, you can easily write these different client profiles yourself with the data that you've already gathered from your market research. I filmed another video walking you through my market research process, so I will link that in the description below as well, so you can check that out. All right, step number 2, map out your messaging ecosystem. So now it's time to map out your system following the 3 buckets that we discussed: attract, nurture, and convert. So brainstorm different types of content based on each dream client profile and refine your sales copy and funnel accordingly. And remember, quality over quantity always. You don't need hundreds of content pieces. Focus on posting 1 binge-worthy, highly valuable and actionable long-form content piece, like a YouTube video or a podcast episode, every 2 weeks or at least once a month, depending on your schedule and what you can do realistically without stressing too much and then sacrificing the quality of your work. And then when it comes to short-form content, even just posting 3 or 4 high-quality pieces a week is more than enough. Quality always comes first. Do whatever you can in the beginning without burning out and then go from there. Step number 3, create your assets. So once you've brainstormed your content and your copy, it's time to create. This is the most fun part. Block out 2 days in your calendar and commit those days to writing your sales copy so you can put your funnel live as soon as possible, because as I said earlier, that is the heart of your messaging ecosystem. And if you already have a funnel, check the stats and how it's performing, and then rehaul your copy to increase conversions if necessary. Then start putting a content schedule together that you can easily stick to and batch multiple pieces of content to save yourself time. And step number 4, audit and refine. Now, like with any system, it's not a one and done kind of thing, right? You need to make sure to keep refining and optimizing over time. So put a bi-weekly date in your calendar so you regularly conduct check-ins and see how your content and copy is performing. When it comes to your funnel copy, monitor your conversion rate, your booking rate, and your click-through rate if you run ads. And check which type of content is getting you the most engagement. Likes and views don't matter. These are just vanity metrics. And if you're not sure where to start, always come back to this: clarity first. Once you're super clear on who you're serving, then your copy and content becomes a match for the very specific type of client that you want to attract. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. There's many more videos like this to come, all helping you build a business and a life that you love. See you in the next one.